Could I ask you to say something about the meaning of Ananda?
Ananda.
Your ashram is called Ananda Ashram.
Ananda, literal meaning in English is bliss. Bliss has no opposite. Whereas if you say happiness, it is unhappiness. If you say good, it is bad. So bliss has no opposite at all. Bliss is, God is bliss. So we can say one of the attributes of God is bliss, peace and bliss. That's called Satchidananda. Sat is existence, Chit consciousness, Ananda is bliss. So real bliss can be had when we commune with God, when we are one with God. How to get it? Of course, there are different ways of attaining God. We chant Ram Nam here. When we chant Ram Nam, our mind gets purer, the gross mind becomes subtle, and when it becomes more and more subtle, it becomes absolutely pure, and in the pure mind we experience Ananda. The mind ceases to exist when it has become absolutely pure. In that condition alone we can experience Ananda. And when we realize our oneness with God, we get that permanently. That experience becomes stable in us.
Ja, das sind viele Worte zu übersetzen.
Give a little breaks and then she can translate.
Ja. Also Ananda heißt, wie das englische Wort Bliss, Glückseligkeit. Und es gibt zur Glückseligkeit kein Gegenteil. Bei anderen Worten wie gut, da gibt es schlecht. Und er hat verschiedene Gegensatzpaare noch genannt. Aber zu der Glückseligkeit gibt es kein Gegenteil. Und wir sprechen von Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat heißt Existenz, Chit heißt Wahrheit und Ananda heißt Glückseligkeit. Wie kann man Glückseligkeit erreichen?
Wir chanten dieses Ram Ram, um die Glückseligkeit zu erreichen, weil es den Mind reinigt. Also es wird der Mind wird still und immer stiller und schließlich wird er ganz rein, und wenn er ganz rein ist, dann haben wir Ananda erreicht, diese Glückseligkeit, wenn er nichts mehr im Mind ist.
Swamiji, I wanted to ask you something for myself.
Swamiji, möchte ich was fragen für mich selber.
Many people wanted to have a new name.
Viele von uns wollten einen neuen Namen.
So I've been giving these lovely names, Bodhidharma and Shakti and Siddhartha, Shiva, lots of wonderful names.
Und ich habe all die wunderbaren Namen vergeben an uns.
And I'm using John David.
Und ich benutze immer noch John David.
This was from my father.
Yeah.
Das war von meinem Vater.
And I would like you to give me a name.
Und ich hätte gern von dir einen neuen Namen.
And I was going to request a name.
Und ich möchte gern darum bitten.
Is it allowed to ask for a particular name?
Well, it's all right.
Das ist in Ordnung.
It's all right.
Es ist erlaubt, um einen besonderen Namen zu fragen?
Because today when we went to Nityananda's ashram,
Als wir heute zum Nityananda-Ashram gegangen sind,
I was reading about Ananda,
da las ich über Ananda.
and they said it's delight of the self.
Und sagen, das ist die Leichtheit des Selbst.
And I thought, well, this is a nice name.
Und ich dachte, das wäre ein schöner Name.
And you would be the most perfect person to give me this name.
Du wärst der perfekteste Mensch.
All right, you will have it. You are Sadananda.
And what's that?
Sadananda.
Sadhananda.
Constantly in bliss.
Constantly in bliss.
Sadananda.
Also Sadananda heißt dann immer in der Glückseligkeit zu sein.
Okay,
Der
thank you.
Swamiji sagt, du sollst den Namen Satchidananda haben.
Okay.
Thank you. So I would like to ask you similar questions to last time so that we can have the interview in German.
I shall ask whatever is possible to answer.
Thank you.
Ich möchte dich ähnliche Fragen wie letztes Mal dir stellen, sodass wir das Interview auch in Deutsch aufnehmen können.
So this interview is designed to unfold and explain the teachings of ancient Indian wisdom as related to spiritual awakening.
Also dieses Interview ist so angelegt, um rauszukriegen, um das Erwachen rauszukriegen, um das alte indische Wissen nach außen zu bringen.
There is the fundamental question, who am I?
Und da gibt es diese grundlegende Frage, wer bin ich?
Who are you?
Wer bist du?
I am that.
Ich bin das.
Actually, who am I? When you say who are you,
Wenn du sagst, wer bist du?
better keep quiet.
Pardon?
Better keep quiet.
Ja, dann sei besser still.
If we say who I am, nobody is going to understand.
Wenn wir fragen, wer bin ich, dann würde es niemand verstehen.
Usually we say referring to this body,
Gewöhnlich sagen wir das und beziehen uns
but that's not
auf den
correct.
Körper. Aber ihn gibt es nicht.
So if we say we are the Atman, or we are the Self, or we are the Truth,
Also wenn wir sagen, wir sind Atman
That is
oder
right
wir sind
answer.
das Selbst,
but in the workaday world, nobody will understand it.
also dann
So when you deal with people who do not know the truth, you have to say both.
I just took you.
Also wenn wir einfach sagen, wir sind das Selbst, Atman, dann wird es in der Welt niemand verstehen, wenn wir mit Menschen sprechen, die die Wahrheit nicht kennen.
Und die werden auch die Frage, wer bin ich, nicht verstehen.
Many Western seekers come to India looking for enlightenment.
Und viele westliche Suchende, die kommen nach Indien auf der Suche nach Erleuchtung.
As if it is an experience. What is enlightenment?
So als wenn es ein Erlebnis wäre. Und John fragt, was ist Erleuchtung?
To know what we really are, to know one's own self,
also zu
is
wissen,
enlightenment.
wer wir wirklich sind, das ist Erleuchtung, das Selbst zu kennen. Sag's mal gleich laut, das muss ich gesagt haben.
Could you perhaps just expand that a little bit?
Könntest du es noch ein bisschen erklären?
See, we are in a state of ignorance when we say we are the body, or we say, or rather, we identify ourselves with the body.
Es
But-
ist ein
That is a state of ignorance. We have to go beyond the body and identify ourselves with the self. That is what we are in reality. If we get established in that consciousness that we are the self, we can say we are enlightened.
Es ist Unwissenheit, wenn wir sagen, wir seien unser Körper. Und das ist aber die häufigste Antwort auf die Frage. Und in Wahrheit sind wir das Selbst in unserem Körper manifestiert. Und wenn wir dieses Bewusstsein in uns etablieren können, dass wir das Selbst sind, dann ist das Erleuchtung.
Are there any qualifications for enlightenment? Any qualifications?
Also gibt es da so einige
Purification, purity of the mind.
Qualifikationen, um erleuchtet zu werden? Ich habe kein besseres Wort.
Mind is the only thing standing in the way of our enlightenment.
Can you translate that? You can't hear?
Really hear it.
You hear it?
I didn't quite understand.
They're having some trouble to hear your voice. With great politeness, could we ask you if you were able to
Raise my voice.
a little bit?
When the mind is working, we cannot have enlightenment.
Wenn der Mind arbeitet, können wir nicht Erleuchtung erreichen.
The mind has to be stilled.
Der Mind muss ruhig sein, still.
The stillness can come only when we have removed all the waves or thoughts or tendencies in the mind.
Ja, und der Mind kann nur still werden, wenn wir alle Gedanken und alle Tendenzen im Mind entfernt haben.
Then the mind becomes perfectly pure, crystal pure, then we get enlightenment.
Und wenn der Mind dann perfekt pure, rein ist, dann erreichen wir Erleuchtung.
So is sadhana necessary? Sadhana is necessary? Some spiritual practice is
Yes, a
necessary?
lot of work is necessary to purify our mind. We have been gathering quite a lot of dirt
Right.
from the moment we started from our original source.
Ja, und John hat gefragt, ob Sadhana wichtig ist. Sadhana sind diese Übungen, Meditationsübungen.
Ja, und die sind wichtig, weil wir damit unseren Mind reinigen. Und weißt du noch, Alter?
Es kommen verschiedene Leute dafür auch hierher.
Und wir sammeln sehr viel Verunreinigungen im Laufe unseres Lebens.
Do you advise a particular practice?
It is like this. We are actually like travelers. We have left our original home. We have left our parents there and started traveling. In the course of travels, we have gathered a lot of things by way of the effects of our thoughts and actions.
Can we just translate?
John
Sorry.
hat gefragt, ob Swamiji besondere Empfehlungen für die Praxis hat.
Get in the microphone. Move around so he can hear.
Und die Antwort ist, dass wir wie Reisende sind. Und wenn wir auf Reisen sind, dann sammeln wir sehr viele Dinge an.
So I was asking, what form do you suggest?
Now, that question is not answered.
Yeah.
We have been gathering quite a lot of dirt by way of the effects of our actions and thoughts. And we have been passing through innumerable births. We have been insects, we have been animals, we have been birds, we have been humans. Now human birth is the gateway to liberation. Now having taken birth, we are also endowed with intellect. With intellect we can discriminate what is good and what is bad for us. Using the intellect we find that there is something higher than what the world can give us. We can get only happiness depending upon certain conditions, and that happiness is always followed by sorrow. Now our intellect tells us there must be something more than this, eternal happiness. And we start trying for it. That is the occasion, that is the turning point in our life to return home, our original home. Then the efforts to go back home begins. We come in contact with a wise man who knows the truth. He tells us how to go back. He asks us to meditate on our true being, or asks us to chant the name of God, or any other method that will lead us to our original home. In that process, we purify ourselves. Means our mind gets purified, all those desires are dropped off, all the effects of the desires are dropped off, effects of actions are dropped off, and mind becomes perfectly still. Means, when it is perfectly still, we have a glimpse of our true being. And further effort to remain in that state continuously, we get established in that state, which is our real home, our own self. So till we are absolutely pure, and till we have shed all that we have accumulated during our journey, we have no entry into our original place. We go back as naked as we started from there. That is the condition, to shed all that you have earned during your journey. Then we are qualified to enter our home.